The 2021 Major League Baseball season has come to its conclusion, and we got some new champs in town.
We got some new champs.
Don't we have some new champs in town, buddy?
We got some new champs.
Man, your World Series MLB champions are the, should I say it? Or do you want
it?
Do you want to say
I'll
it?
say it.
You say it. Say it. Take it away.
Led by Brian Snitker. Been in the Braves organization like 50 years. Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
The Hotlanta Braves are the 2021 World Series champions.
The Hotlanta,
For the rest of their lives.
The rest of their lives, they are world champions. In this house, we don't have the commissioner's trophy. But what we do have, I think, is pretty badass.
It's pretty cool.
Do you want to lift it up, or do you want me to hand it to you like the presentation?
You hand it to me like the presentation.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Sir, how does it feel?
Feels really good. Very, very good. I'm still kind of numb. It happened 2 nights ago. I still don't know how to feel. But very good.
Do you want
very positive
feeling? Do you
feeling.
want to set that down, or do you want to hold it the entire time?
I'm going to hold it for a little while. Maybe not the entire time, but I'm going to hold it for a little while.
Are you going to walk around saying...
Because I've earned it.
Are you going to walk around saying that you're a World Series champ?
Yeah. Because I am. I'm an Atlanta Brave.
What a phenomenal World Series. You start off game 1. Hot.
Yeah, I started it off real hot.
Hot. Soler, the first player in World Series history with a leadoff yopper.
Yeah.
Like moonshot.
Soler will take the trip, and he puts Atlanta up 1-0 with a first swing of the Fall Classic.
Third pitch of the series.
Third pitch. Game 2, you're losing, but it's in Houston.
It is in Houston.
That was the best outcome I think you could have thought of. 1 of 2 in Houston. That way you have the ability to clinch.
Yep.
In Atlanta.
Yep. Hotlanta.
Hotlanta. Apologies.
Yeah.
Game 3, Ian Anderson, who you were skittish about.
A little skittish, but I should not have been.
That's right.
Not
because
at all.
I'm wrong on a lot of things, but I'm not wrong when it comes to Ian Anderson because he came out and pitched a hell of a game, game 3.
Champion waits and consistent basis.
Unreal performance. 5 innings. Just shut down stuff.
Shut down stuff.
Left a little early, some might say, but it worked out. Brian Snitker knew what he was doing.
Yes, and it worked out. Game 4, bullpen game. Edge of our seats. It was the closest game.
Game 4 was Ian Anderson game. No, wait, that was game 3. I'm dumb.
That's game 3.
I'm dumb.
That's a big stroke.
That's a big stroke. It's a big stroke.
I'm on my shit tonight.
Okay. You're on it tonight. I'm not.
You're still riding high.
I'm still riding high. Still
Ain't
dumb,
no
kind of.
mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Game 4. Edge of our seats because it was a bullpen game between... Originally, it was supposed to be between both teams. But Houston had Greinke game 4, right?
And he grounds one up the middle, a base hit. He was on the list last night as a pinch hit.
Yeah, he just had Greinke. He went, I think, either 4 or 5 innings.
Yep.
He had there for a little bit.
A vintage Greinke performance. The oomph every time. It was the closest game Houston has played this entire postseason. Atlanta comes out on top on game 4. Sunday, game 5 happens. Were you worried after game 5?
A little bit. I was a little trepidatious going back. I mean, just because I knew we had to win 1-2 in Houston. I wasn't, like, shaking nervous, but I wasn't fully confident because last year we were up 3-1 against the Dodgers. It's very fresh in my mind still.
8th pitch has been the magic one tonight. This time he hits the ball to deep right field. Cody Bellinger has done it, and the Dodgers lead in Game 7.
I did not want to round 2 of that. Luckily, I didn't have to endure that.
You're lucky.
Because this would be a very, very difficult podcast for me to do right now.
Game 6, Tuesday night. was a blowout.
Blowout.
7-0. I didn't say anything because baseball is one of those sports where, yeah, you could have 6 outs left, 3 outs left, but crazier things have happened, and this was a crazy World Series. I can speak to a test. That didn't sound right. You were nervous.
Yeah, very nervous.
Up until that final out was confirmed.
Up until the final out, I was nervous.
2. Left side, Swanson to first. The Braves are world champions.
I was nervous.
When that ball hit Freddie's glove, name the first 2 emotions that popped up inside you.
Undescribable joy.
What about the second one?
Confusion, because I've never felt this before.
I've never felt happiness in my life, and this was it.
Not like this. Not like this.
World Series MVP, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler.
How do you feel about that? I mean, he
had an unreal series, 3 monster home runs in that series. All 3 of them were very key, and we won all of those games that he homered in.
Yes. Yes.
But there were some other guys that might have been a little more deserving in my book. I mean, you got to look at the night shift. Any of those guys.
Oh, my God.
Any of those guys. Will Smith didn't allow a run the entire playoffs.
Matzik was my guy to win MVP.
Matzik, yeah.
Matzik, I thought Matzik was completely lights out.
Pitch. Stroh, pinch hitting. Strikes
out. He came in my opinion, in the most pivotal times in the games that he appeared.
Yeah.
I think even more pivotal than when Will Smith appeared. I truly do. I think Matzik, with the way his career has gone, he was a former first-round pick, was burnt out of the league, and then worked his way back up through the independent league.
Yeah.
To get to this point of where he is at.
Oh, it's wild.
Oh my God.
It's wild.
It's a beautiful story.
It really is.
To see where he's at now.
Yeah.
And what I saw out of Matzik going forward, because he's early 30s right now, I think that if Matzik can continue on this route for another season or 2, that's a closer.
Yeah.
I mean, the mentality he had on the mound this entire series, and realistically throughout the entire postseason, was like, I'm going to come out here. In my opinion, they're going to be the final 3 outs, even though they're not. I'm coming out here. I'm shutting shit down. And that's what he did. The entire postseason.
Just nails. Nails. I think he gave, like 1 run?
Maybe 1.
Yeah.
1 earned, maybe 1 or 2 that, he lit through. Just runs allowed. But I can't speak highly enough about what this Braves bullpen did for you guys, for this team, for this city, considering that throughout the entire season, it was arguably the weakest point of this team.
Yeah, for the beginning of the season, it definitely was.
100%. I mean, you had what? AJ Minter went down into the minors.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith was not very good to start off the year.
No.
Matzik just came out of the blue.
Yeah.
You got 3 guys that come up in the biggest stage of baseball and show out. It was a fun World Series to watch. Not only because I hate the Houston Astros, but Atlanta's not one of those teams where I don't think many people have ill will outside of fans of NL East teams.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think unless you're like a Mets or Phillies or Nats fan or Marlins fan, I guess, I don't think they're like a universally hated team. I think for sure a majority of Americans are rooting for them against the Astros.
Oh, the whole galaxy was.
Yeah.
The whole galaxy was. Fun fact. This is the first time in 2 weeks Alex has worn a Braves jersey.
Yeah. It was longer than that. Pretty much the whole postseason I didn't wear a Braves jersey.
Baseball players known to be superstitious.
I'm very superstitious. There was a lot of stuff going on with me.
Baseball fans are also superstitious.
I wore this jersey game 1 when we played Milwaukee of the divisional series.
Yes.
We lost. Didn't wear I haven't put on a Braves jersey until today. Since then,
and it's still setting in.
It's still setting in.
It's still setting in.
Yeah, I still don't really know how to feel.
I mean, for games 3 and 4, we were in the same set of clothes.
Yeah, I was gross. I didn't shower or anything.
Yeah. I had to because I worked.
I should have,
You definitely should have.
but I couldn't do it. I had to be there. I had to pull it out for my team.
There was a musk
Yeah.
through the air.
There definitely was. And we had people over. We had company.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. It's the World Series.
It's the World Series.
Got to do what you got to do in order for your team to win. Man, I guess, dude, give me what are your thoughts on the series? I know we've covered some of the stuff, but let's get like a little bit more in depth, man. Like, what was your absolute favorite moment besides obviously the final out of Game 6? Is there something that comes close before that?
When Freddie hit that solo shot in Game 6, him running around the bases, just like how much emotion he was showing.
Oh, dude.
Which is not characteristic of Freddie Freeman. You could tell he was just pumped and he knew it. I'm this close to finally getting it. After 12 years of this team.
Yes.
The ups, the downs.
I love that his post-game interview on the field where he's just talking about, I saw like my family, I saw the team, I couldn't help but just get jacked up off that, man.
Also, anything Heredia does is the funniest thing I could possibly imagine in the dugout.
Yes.
The most animated guy on that team for sure.
Oh, 100%, man. It's hard to put into words because now, for me, my season's been over since the AL wildcard game.
Yeah.
But Tuesday marked the end of the baseball season.
It did.
You know, there's a lot going through my head right now. A lot of it has to do with the collective bargaining agreement, the CBA, which expires December 1st at 11:59 Eastern time. I would have loved to see my Yankees in here. I would have loved to see a team like the Cardinals in here, in all honesty. You know, I was wrong with every prediction I had. Every single prediction I was wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I got the Braves one wrong the most.
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah.
I didn't have the Braves winning the World Series, if I'm being honest.
I mean, in all honesty, yeah, the team was hot, a little bit hot going into it, but who could have seen this?
Very few.
God.
And I guess
God loves baseball.
God loves baseball.
God loves the Atlanta Braves.
He loves the Atlanta Braves. God's team.
God was probably up in heaven watching the games on a sick 72-inch 24K TV. We don't even have 24K yet, but they got it.
They got it.
And he was just saying,
They have advanced technology for sure.
Hotlanta.
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 The entire series.
Yeah.
You know?
I like to think that's how it went down.
I would too. You ready to do a little bit of future tripping right now?
A little future tripping?
You want to do a little bit of future tripping?
Sure.
Man, you guys picked up key mid-season pieces.
Yeah.
Who do you want to come back off of those realistically? Because you got Freddie, who Freddie will never put on another uniform. He'll never put on another hat outside of Atlanta Braves. I wholeheartedly believe that.
I pray to God that is the case. I don't think he's leaving either.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit earlier. I think Freddie's at a point now. He's got the ring. From the interviews that I've seen and the way he interacts within that organization, he's been there 11 years?
I think 12.
12.
Yeah.
He's a lifer.
Yeah.
I think wholeheartedly I think he might give a hometown discount. You know, I think you're going to get Freddie Freeman for the rest of his career on a nice little contract. Same way you guys snagged Albies and Acuna.
Yeah.
Not Azuña. Acuna. Did I get it right the first time?
You said Acuna the first time. Yeah.
Shit.
Azuña's been
Stroke one. We're tied.
We're tied. Dude, I follow Azuña still on Instagram, and he's been like pumped that the Braves won. He's been posting stuff.
Well, that's good, but he's going to be...
He's like, my Braves. Like, I don't know if you're on the Braves anymore.
Not
guy.
really, man. So out of Soler, Eddie, Jock, and there was a fourth piece. It's a pitcher from Pirates.
Yeah, the Pirates.
I guess out of the three, I think it was Davidson. Am I right?
I don't think so.
Sorry.
But I can't think of his name, so you might be. But that doesn't sound right.
Okay. Out of the 3 hitters,
Out of the 3,
who do you want coming back?
that's a tough question because they all got hot at different parts during that postseason.
Yes.
Eddie got the hottest. I mean, that's
Oh, you want to talk about someone who lost their mind?
yeah.
Eddie
got the
Rosario lost his mind this entire postseason.
Yeah.
Soler lost his mind in the World Series. Jock brought a different flavor, a different taste to that dugout when
And he was popping off early, like in the divisional series.
Yes.
And the CS a little bit. He popped off there. For clubhouse reasons, Jock.
Okay.
But if we're going just pure ability on the field, I think an Eddie.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I would have thought you would have said a guy like Soler, because even though Soler was coming across Kansas City, kind of from Kansas City on kind of a down year, he's only like a season removed from hitting 48 home runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy's got power, and I don't know. I like it. I like Eddie. I love what he did for the team this postseason. But I think you guys are probably better off with Soler. Not to undercut you, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, Soler popped off too. Sophie's choice. I mean, really, any of these guys I'd be happy to keep.
It truly is. It truly is. I guess going forward,
you could make an argument for any one of those guys. Well, when do you think about it?
Going forward, how confident are you in the Braves? Because we haven't had Major League Baseball hasn't had a repeat champion, I think now in 21 years.
Yeah.
Since the Yankees of the late 90s.
Yeah, it's.
I
mean, we're a good baseball team, and
no one's saying you're not.
And I don't think we're really losing anybody. If anything, we're getting Acuna back. Soroka, I wouldn't hold your breath on.
That's tough.
Yeah, that really sucks. If we had
Charlie Morton, how did we not mention Charlie Morton? Setting the tone,
was insane.
Setting the tone for this World Series.
That was insane. 16 pitches on a broken foot.
No, broken shin.
Broken shin, yeah.
I mean,
and he was nails those 16 pitches. His last pitch was a strikeout pitch.
Yes, and then he had to come off. He's like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I broke my shin.
You want to talk about 2 major tone setters? Soler's leadoff, and then what Charlie Morton did, pitching 16, throwing 16 more pitches on a broken shin. Like, it sucked that you guys lost Charlie that early.
Yeah.
But that's a tone setter right there.
That is a tone setter.
That's something the team can rally around. Outside of the fact, you got 2 lifelong Braves on the team that have been close but have never been there.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I love about this Braves team going forward into the future. Like you said, man, they're not losing a whole lot. They're going to get Freddie back.
Yeah.
They're going to get Freddie back. They're getting Acuna back. Soroka, again, don't hold your breath.
I'd love to see him back next year, but I mean, that Achilles injury, that's tough to bounce back from.
Duvall was the 4th hitter that they picked up.
Duvall. How do we forget Adam Duvall?
I don't know.
I almost want to say he'd give a hometown discount to stay in Atlanta too.
The first grand slam in the first inning since 1960?
Something like that, yeah. It didn't turn out our way that night. But
no, but I mean,
cool moment. I was really hyped when it happened.
Later on that game, Freddie Freeman hit the longest home run ball not only of his career, but since they've been keeping track of StatCast home run balls since 2015. Wow. That 460-foot moonshot.
I mean, it was literally just like where the pitch was and how he hit. It was perfect, like right on his barrel, right in his sweet spot. Like literally everything was perfect with that. Same with Soler's and same with Dansby's.
Yes.
Like all 3. That's as good as all 3 of them could hit possibly hit a baseball.
Yes, 100%.
And they did it at a pretty good time in the year to do it.
But you think about the core of this team that's coming back. Acuna, Albies, Swanson, Austin Riley.
Yeah. How about that diving stop, that diving catch? I don't remember what game it was, but it was a mass. I think it was
Game 4.
Yeah, game 4.
It was game 4.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was the play of the game right there.
Yeah, because that's we came.
There was a runner on second, and if that ball if that ball gets past Riley, a different game right there.
Much
Astros
different
get on
ball
the board
game.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riley, Freeman's coming back. You're gonna have one of the 4 bats that you got at the deadline coming back, maybe 2. Just depends on how the contract goes with Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Max Fried,
All of our pitching.
Ian Anderson, Morton will be back next season. You guys now have experience at the highest level of the game.
Yes.
I like your chances going forward. I don't care if Jacob deGrom is healthy. I don't care what the Mets do as far as this postseason goes. I don't think they will be good enough to beat the Atlanta Braves.
If we stay healthy, that is the key.
That's the key, and that's the key for every team, though.
Yeah, that is the key for every team.
If you're able to stay healthy, I think you guys have, again, another shot. What would it be, like 7 years in a row winning the East?
Something
stupid
like that.
number like that.
Something stupid.
You know, I think realistically going forward, your biggest obstacle in the East will probably be the Philadelphia Phillies, because the Nationals are in full rebuild mode. The Marlins, even though I'm very high on Miami, they're still a year or 2 out, I think.
I agree.
They have the starting pitching. They got some position players that can do it, but I still think they're going to need a big pickup in this offseason or the upcoming, the 2022 offseason. I like your chances.
Yeah.
I like your chances.
I think we're going to be, like I said, if we stay healthy, getting Acuna back, I mean, that's massive. That's massive. Rosario was the hottest player on earth for a little while there, especially in the NLCS.
Out of his mind.
But I think it's fair to say Acuna is better than any 4 of those bats we picked up.
Acuna, when healthy, is arguably top 3 player in the league.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
I think when he's
3.
playing his absolute best baseball, he is the best player on the Braves, including Freddie Freeman.
Oh, no doubt, because he can do things that other guys just can't do.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a guy that's like a 5-tool athlete?
Yeah. All the power in the world, all the speed in the world, unreal arm, great glove.
Oh, my.
Literally everything.
It's what you want out of a center fielder.
Smart base running, good base running.
Great base running. Man, I'm excited for the Braves going forward.
You and me both.
Now, with that being said, does that mean I want them to repeat next year? No.
I do. That'd be cool.
I know you do.
That'd be neat.
I don't. I
That'd be real neat.
have other vested interests in this league than the Atlanta Braves right now.
If they do repeat, Brian Snitker will be the winningest manager in Atlanta Braves history.
He's going to have a statue.
Yeah.
Freddie's going to have a statue.
Right now, he's tied with Bobby Cox for most World Series with the Braves, with 1. Second one since they've been in Atlanta. They won 1, I want to say like 57 when they were in Milwaukee, and then they won 1 in like 1914 when they were the Boston Braves.
Yep.
And then the 95 one now this year, obviously.
Yep. Talk about a cool moment in the locker room when they're popping the champagne and everything like that. But you can overhear a little conversation that Snit's having with one of the bench coaches. He goes, I can't wait to get a picture with Bobby in this.
Yeah.
Holding the commissioner's trophy.
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
Like, it's things like that show that little inside look, that inside game that show just how much a family and organization can be.
Oh, yes.
100%. Especially for a guy like Snick, who's spent 40, 45 plus years within the organization, has all these relationships with Hall of Fame managers, with Hall of Fame players.
Has worked with a lot of the players currently on the roster when they were in the minors.
Exactly, dude. Like, there's...
Has been with a lot of these guys. Same with Ron Washington. A lot of this coaching staff with their entire careers.
Wash?
He's been with the Braves for a hot minute.
Yeah, because I guess because I know he worked... He led the Rangers.
I should clarify, not the minor league systems, but like for a lot of these guys, major league careers.
Yeah,
yes.
no, 100%. Actually, we got MLB TV playing. It's going past like previous World Series, and it's World Series between the Cardinals and the Rangers, and Ron Washington led that team to a World Series. It had Josh Hamilton on that team.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, you want to talk about like infield coaching specifically with Wash. I don't know if there's anyone better in the game.
Yeah. I mean, you hear the guys talk about it. It's an everyday thing with Wash.
Yeah. I want to bring up one guy in particular, not on the Braves, but when Washington was with the Athletics,
Okay.
Marcus Semien was having some real defensive issues. And when Wash started really working with him on a daily basis and everything like that, and Semien was like keen to listening, not saying he wasn't before, but really focused in on things that Wash was saying, it transformed Marcus Semien into the player he is right now. You know, and I think you're seeing that all across the board with this Atlanta Braves infield too. You want to talk about the strides that Austin Riley made this season, between last season and this season.
I mean,
you're talking about a Gold Glove caliber third baseman for Atlanta.
He's a top 5 MVP, MVP vote, in my opinion. I think he's in the top 5 this season. I mean, he had an
You've been talking a dark horse MVP candidate, all season about Riley, and I finally got to see the actual hype behind it. It was so cool to watch Austin Riley ball out, both at the plate and on the field this entire postseason. But man, dude, realistically, that infield has Gold Glove caliber talent at
every position.
First, second, short, and third. That is going to be a scary, scary infield going forward. And I hope Wash stays with you guys.
I hope he does too.
Because that's a guy who could very easily take over another team. There's going to be coaching vacancies this year. We already saw one filled. The Padres took away Bob Melvin from the Athletics. So the Athletics are in search of a coach right now. St. Louis hired internally. I don't know of any others off the top of my head. We are getting ready to wind this down.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. It's been a long postseason.
Very stressful.
It's been very stressful, but it's been so enjoyable.
Yes, it has.
We do need to shout out one of the best catchers.
Sad moment today.
Of this generation. It's truly the end of an era. Buster Posey announced his retirement after 12 years, all 12 years being with the San Francisco Giants. Let's just run through some of this first ballot Hall of Fame resume.
First of all, 3 rings.
3 World Series rings. 3.
That's a quarter of his career.
NL Rookie of the Year.
NL Rookie of the Year.
NL MVP. World Series MVP. 3-time Silver Slugger, 7-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove. You cannot tell me that is not first ballot.
First ballot, yeah. I mean,
100%.
Unreal career. For most of, over this past decade, he's just been the catcher. For me, when I think of just top-notch catchers, Buster Posey, Yadier Molina, it's always Buster Posey and those two.
It's those two. Yeah. Since we've been watching baseball. I mean, I grew up watching Posada.
Yeah.
But he's nowhere, in my opinion, Posada, great catcher. No,
I had Brian McCann with the Braves.
Yep. McCann was a Yankee for a little bit.
Yeah, he was.
Yes. Yeah. It's always been, like Alex said, Yachty and Posey.
A little bit of Pudge with the Tigers.
With the Tigers. Talk about a great career with the Rangers, though.
Yeah.
I mean, nails. Yeah. Nails his entire career. But through my formative baseball years, it's been Yadier Molina and Buster Posey, and we're seeing him, one of the legends of the game, leave the sport. And I wish nothing but the best for Buster Posey. I really do.
Yes.
So that's all I got. You got any final thoughts? I bet you got one or two. Rip them off, young blood.
Final thoughts. Go Braves. Hot Atlanta. We did it. We did it.
We'll catch you guys soon. We're getting ready to go in the off season. Going to hear a lot about the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement. see what happens going forward. Off-season moves, if there are any in December, we're going to cover them. We are going to get back on track, and we are counting down the days till pitchers and catchers report in February. I can't wait. It's been a great season. Hotlanta. Show 'em off.
Hotlanta.
Hotlanta. Good night.
Hotlanta.